Hey everybody, it's Destiny and we're back again. Hope everybody enjoyed their day off yesterday, and if you didn't have a day off, look forward to your next one. But anyway, I want to get right into it. There's a lot of stuff going on right now in the world. The spiritual realm and the physical realm is starting to merge, and things are becoming stronger in both realms, and it's almost like we're getting ready to coexist. We've been coexisting for since the beginning of time, but more so almost as if it's like it's gonna be like an all-in-one thing. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because oftentimes people, when things are changing, people can be dealing with a lot of stress and going through a lot of things in their lives. So today, instead of talking about, the spiritual stuff, I want to talk a little bit about mental health. And today I want to tell you guys why it is important to have a therapist. I have a therapist myself, and honestly, therapy helped save my life because, as I've said, I've dealt with depression and anxiety, and I didn't even know that I was dealing with that. And it was very hard, and I had a lot of emotional obstacles that I had to come through to get to where I'm at now. And getting therapy is very, 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 very important. I don't care who you are, what you've experienced, what you overcame. Sometimes it's just good to talk to somebody that's not going to be biased and judgmental. I know we all have friends that we can talk to and do these things with, but honestly, it is good to talk to a therapist because they can give you pointers for communications, how to deal with your stress, how to alleviate, your stress, and how to get back to your happy self. So that's basically what I wanted to tell you guys. Get a therapist, and then I'm studying to become a therapist myself. So it's important because a lot of people are battling and struggling with mental health illnesses right now, especially at an all-time high, given how society has become so desensitized to so many things. We're always in our phone, we're always in some sort of technology, and that can pull us into isolation if we're not careful. So there's so much that pulls us to mental health illnesses and we're not even aware of it. So that's why it's important to get a therapist. It's important to get out in nature, put your feet in the grass, or get out and catch you some good fresh air. And a lot of people hold things in nowadays too, and that's not healthy or safe at all. And like my video, if you haven't watched it yet, I would like you to get a better understanding. A lot of diseases and mental health illnesses have spiritual meanings. So that's another thing. So with that being said, get you a therapist. You don't have to have a mental health illnesses to see a therapist. That's not what I'm saying either. But what I'm saying is, it's good to sit down and talk to somebody that's not going to judge you and that can look at things from your perspective, but give you a better perspective that you can use to look at these things. Now, you can eventually evolve and grow within yourself, but it doesn't hurt to get a few tips here and there from somebody that's licensed and professional and takes their craft and stuff very seriously. Because I know once I become a therapist, I'm definitely going to work with people that deal with anxiety and depression, because that was one of my things that I've dealt with for a very long time. But I'm in a much better place now. Like, as far as depression and anxiety goes, for me, it's like it's out of there. Like, I deal with life better, and the whole reason why I was depressed and full of anxiety was because I didn't know how to deal with life. A lot of people these days don't know how to deal with life. So with that being said, get a therapist. I know I keep repeating that because I want it to stick in you guys' mind. And if you do get a therapist, you don't have to let me know the name of what you're going to see and be like, hey Destiny, I made the decision to get therapy. Or because mental health is just as important as physical health, because when your mental health starts to fail, eventually your physical health will follow. And a lot of people aren't aware of that. Sometimes people up and have a massive heart attack and die, and people are like, oh, they were so healthy, they ate right, they did everything. But did you ask them how they were feeling? Did you know what they were going through in their personal lives? did they handle situations in life effectively? Did they know how to deal with stress? And a lot of times, a lot of people don't. Now a massive heart attack isn't just caused by stress, but I just want to point that out to you. Or like even like health issues, like ulcers, because I've had an ulcer before. Ulcers are triggered by stress, and that's why I had my ulcer. You know what I'm saying? Because I was doing so much and pulling myself so thin. And I'm telling you guys about my experience because I can't tell you about somebody else, but I definitely can tell you about mine to give you an understanding. So it is critical to get mental health treatment. You don't have to be dealing with anxiety or depression or have mental health illnesses to get therapy. A lot of people think, oh, there's nothing wrong. I feel perfectly fine. I don't need mental health treatment. And that's a stigma we need to tear away, because when people say things like that, they make people with mental health illnesses feel like they're not enough, or like, oh, so this is for me, but it ain't for you, kind of thing. Kind of, give them the side eye. And I can understand why, because for a very long time, me growing up in a Christian home and being taught to deal with things, but not necessarily fully shown how to deal with things, I, thought people that go to therapy have like severe mental health illnesses, or, tried to, harm themselves, different things like that. And if I had known how beneficial mental health was years ago, I would have been sitting in somebody's chair or on somebody's couch. But that's all, because I can't stress it enough. Get you a therapist, get you a counselor, a psychologist, however you want to put it. It is okay to go have therapy, because think about it. People go to therapy for a lot of things, and just keep that in mind. Now I'm not saying that those things aren't needed things, but think about all the type of therapy. Just say, for example, retail therapy. People go shop, to ease their mind. It's I wouldn't suggest you do that when you're dealing with a lot of stuff. But I'm just saying, just throwing something out there to give you an example. But in actuality, you need a therapist. I don't care who you are, what you've been through, what you evolved to. It is okay to have a therapist, because we are always evolving and growing. So with that being said, as we evolve and grow, there are going to be new challenges set in front of us. So, and we may not know how to deal with those, because we've already dealt with other things. Now it's something new. So that's why I say it's important to see a therapist. There are a lot of reasons why it's important, but most importantly, it's just making sure that you're on the right track. Even if you're on the right track, it's okay to sometimes let everything out. Have you a mental woosah every now and again. And you can do therapy weekly, bi-weekly. Sometimes you could do it twice a week. It just depends on what's needed for you with the counselor. The counselor can tell you that. And me personally, don't, let a counselor just dictate everything for you, because a counselor shouldn't do that either. I want to put that out there. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. And this is Austin's way of saying hi. You want to say hey?
Hey.
And yeah, this is it today.
My name is Austin Morris. I'm finna learn to go to pre-K. And I want to learn and be quiet and listen. And I want to respect my school, others in the property, and not be a safe way. How to speak school and how to respect our school.
Okay, baby, go back over there and sit down while we wait on your brother. But yeah, that's Austin, and this is Austin's mommy, Destiny again, day 27 healing. And this video wasn't about showing stuff and nothing. I just really want to put it out there, because there's so much going on in the world today, and with the spiritual realm and stuff merging. It's evident that a lot of people are dealing with mental health illnesses, and some people are on the verge with dealing with mental health illnesses. So if we can eliminate that as much as possible and have people back to people being back to being healthy and happy in their lives, let's do it. And that's it. Y'all have a good day.